Hello. Welcome back to Everlasting Summer. Aw, that was so sad. I regained consciousness at the bus stop. So, running away, scumbag? I muttered darkly to myself. I couldn't stand to stay a single minute longer in this game. I don't know what she's going through, but that was sad. Lena will never come back. I can't justify what I have done. I'll just wait for the bus that will take me away from here. I didn't give the slightest about what's going to happen to me tomorrow or in an hour. I don't care about answers. I don't care about how I got here. Soon enough, I saw a glimmer of dim light in the distance. Somehow I wasn't surprised at all. In a minute, I was sitting in an empty number 410 bus and was looking into the dark of the night through a weather-beaten window. My mind was blank. Everything that made us human, makes us human. Feelings, emotions, aspirations, suffering. I left it all back there in that pioneer camp. Now all I have is this night and the empty bus. There's no more future, no more present. If I died tomorrow, that would only mean that yet another human body had ceased to exist. The real me died there a few hours ago. I don't know how much time passed, but the fatigue overtook me. I wasn't going to fight it, as it made absolutely no difference whether I'm sleeping or awake. I could barely hold my eyes open, and soon enough I passed out. What was she thinking? Why would she do that to herself? There are moments when reality becomes unimportant, insignificant, unworthy of attention. There are moments when your spiritual torment overshadows everything else. And even if the world ended, you would not notice. If a knife were to pierce you, you would not notice. Even boiling for eternity in the cauldrons of hell would seem like just a minor inconvenience. After all, there are problems more important than that. When I opened my eyes, I realized that something is wrong. It took a while for clarity of thought to return. Finally, I realized that I'm not in the bus, but in my old apartment. Well, that was to be expected. As if I'd spent a whole week preparing for an exam, and at the last minute, it spectacularly failed. And the result of this failure was my return to the real world. However, now it didn't seem any more real to me than the Soviet pioneer camp. No wonder, reality is what you can hear, feel, touch, and taste. And all that was really there. That world was real to the smallest detail. Sometimes it seemed more like it was my past life than that was a fiction. And now I have to remember how to exist here. Though why? I felt like a man who'd been thrown out of a car at full speed without even noticing it, and was left lying on the roadside with broken arms and legs while the car disappeared into the night, ticking with the last traces of hope. Lena. Her image surfaced in my fevered brain so clearly that I wanted to cry unbearably. No, I wanted to shout, tearing out clumps of hair, smashing my fists on the wall while making inhuman screams. However, my soul was empty. I tried in vain to find at least the echoes of pain, guilt, or pity for her, but nothing came. I was just lying here and staring at the ceiling. I was not at all interested in how and why I came back. After all, who cares about the process of selling your soul to the devil, all the legal formalities of the contract, signatures, stamps, and seals? What is more important is the result. And this is the result I got. No, it's not that I was sent back to reality. If I had gotten to the destination on that bus, it would hardly have changed anything for me. In this case, the result is what happened to Lena. And the reason is my actions. I was absolutely sure about that. After all, she could not just do that for no reason. No, Lena is not like that. So it's all my fault. It is hard to live knowing that you were the reason for someone else's death. She made that choice herself, though, as if I personally held the knife, calmly and carefully slit open her wrist and watched her die, and then just ran away. Of course, I couldn't do anything in that situation, but I still felt that I behaved like a coward. No, even worse. Although, does it really matter what the best definition of my actions is? I cursed myself for remaining so calm while thinking about the situation. After all, I should be mourning Lena and blaming myself. But now nothing is up to me. I was not able to back then. I started shivering, my body was trembling, and it was getting hard to breathe. Self-preservation instincts overtook guilt for a while, and I staggered to the kitchen to drink a sedative. They can always be found in the cupboard of every antisocial person like me. Once I'd taken half of the tablets that were in the packet, I returned to the room and turned on the computer. Remaining in silence was unbearable. I played the first random song and soon realized that it was probably the most depressing piece of music I had on my hard drive. However, I didn't want to turn it off. The background noise helped dampen my thoughts. I had to decide what to do with my life next. I was sure about one thing. Everything that happened in the camp, my appearance in it, my unexpected return, I didn't care about any of it. And not just that, I didn't care about the context or the reasons for those events either. The only thing that mattered was Lena. I horribly stumbled over the word was. Indeed, she's gone. Of course, it's possible that it was just a dream and she never existed in the first place. But then again, our real world could just be someone's raving delusion as well. Why not? If people suffer from losing their loved ones here, why should I think of Lena's death there as just the result of my sick imagination? I saw it all with my own eyes. I felt the shock, fear, and fright. No. For me, it's not that it was reality, it still is reality. Is and will be. And I'm sure I'm not daydreaming. Though it would be better if I dreamt that. The dreadful howl of guitars boomed from the speakers. It sounded like a requiem. A requiem for me. And now I have to live with this sense of guilt. No, I won't take it. My mind wasn't exactly a paragon of stability, but not even a man with a stable mind could withstand shocks like this. And I already feel that I'm going mad. I tried to suppress all these thoughts. No, not to forget, just to give myself some rest. Just for a minute. But it didn't work. Pain racked my body again and again. I was already starting to feel it physically. However, physical pain is always weaker than mental. I fell to the floor, clasped my knees, and began rocking back and forth in a fetal position. Blood pounded in my head so heavily that I felt like my skull could shatter any moment now. I hit a table leg, and a little candle rolled out from under a pile of papers. A little one, 20 centimeters long. It was bent at an almost 90-degree angle, but still retained its shape. The wick protruded from one end. Oh no, what is he gonna do? I searched for a lighter and lit the candle. Let it be in the memory of Lena. Maybe in another world she's feeling better than... Oh. I sat on the floor and watched as the wax slowly dripped onto my fingers. I felt no pain at all. Probably my nervous system was so exhausted that it was unable to transmit the pain impulses to my brain. The fire calmed me a little. I just watched the flame and did not think about anything. Finally, at least some peace of mind. How do you even react to this? The candle was halfway done. Suddenly I imagined that my life is this very candle. Not just mine, any person's life. All that we have been given from above is its full length. But anything can happen. The wind may blow, the holding hand may tremble, or the wick may burn out, and a life will end before it should have. But after all, each candle can be different. Such as this one, 9 cents, one twice as thick, 20, and huge ones as thick as the handle of a shovel, 185. I wonder, did Lena's candle burn out ahead of its time, or is it just smaller than the other ones? Though I doubt there can be one smaller than mine. I rotated the candle in my hands. How interesting is that? I can blow out the flame at any moment, and that's it. But in the meantime, life is not wax. You can't combine 2 small candles to make one of medium size. I would love to give the remains of mine to Lena. To anyone who needs it more than I do. Why would I need it? I do not feel pain from the heated wax. Its flame does not give me any warmth. It hardly illuminates the room. To put it bluntly, a waste of ropes, wax, and oxygen. I blew out the candle. This action evoked absolutely no emotions in me. I slowly stood up and headed to the bathroom. Cut down the road, not across the street. Everyone else cuts across, but you're going right down the image of Lena appeared before my eyes. She was smiling. We'll definitely meet again. I'm so sorry. Warm water, shadows, and dying dreams have finally brought me some peace. It really might be that I never actually went to that camp. Your water is a little red, though, or that I never actually came back. But does it really matter now? I almost physically felt Lena's embrace. Everything will be alright. We'll catch the bus together and ride it to the place where nobody will find us, where we'll be happy together. My strength left me and I started to sink into the water that was already spilling over the edge of the tub. We will surely meet. Forgive me. Oh no. That's so sad though. I can't believe that whatever he did hurt her that badly to make her want to kill herself. It's, oh jeez. Every story has its beginning and its end. Every story has its own outline, synopsis, contents, key points, and a prologue and an epilogue. And there is no book which, if you were to the end, would not reveal new details you didn't notice before. Oh, that was pretty dark. Very dark ending there. I don't know what I did wrong. That scary. I don't know what the rest of the routes are gonna be if like that was just one bad ending there and it was like that. That was just scary. Very, very scary. I'm pretty scared to see what the rest of this novel is if that's what what these are. Oh jeez. Okay. I am kind of deciding what I want to do though. I think I'll go for all the bad endings first, and then I'll do the good endings next. Not only because I can't figure it out, but that's mostly the reason though. Okay, good enough. Alright, Lena's ending, bad ending, there you go. Okay, bye!